right, what is going on, guys? Good morning. It is results day of the Prologue. That is right, stage one. Well, stage one coming in hot. The Prologue is done. We are getting ready to call it a night. 4:06 p.m. local time in Saudi. And I am excited to see this morning's results. Woke up 3:30 in the morning, scouring the Dakar app. And well, I think we got the results we wanted. Actually, not kind of. No. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Have you guys seen the results yet? No? Well, we're about to talk about it right now. Very interesting stage yesterday. Or last night, or today. I don't know. How are we going to call this? It's going to be a little bit interesting considering they are... How do we put that? 11 hours ahead of us? Yeah, is that exactly 11 hours? 4:07 p.m. local time. So what do you guys think? Let's get to it. You guys heard yesterday's recap if you guys tuned in, whether you were on the podcast or on the YouTube side of things. Yeah, turn down the party a little bit here. And let's get back over to the stage side of it. All right. So yesterday's stage, you guys saw this graphic yesterday. It was 27 kilometers of actual racing. That is what was deciding the starting order, the inverted starting order. We'll go over that here in just a second. 130 mile or 130 kilometer commute to and from the start line and finish line. So you can see it in the graphic over here. Eventually we're going to get this right. Yeah, that one over there. You can see the map there. Green line following out. That's their way out to the start of the stage. DSS, depart special stage. Going to do that yellow line and then come back to the ass or arrive special stage. And then going to go back down that green line. So for a commute. So a little bit of a split there, 50-50-ish. We talked about that in yesterday's episode about how the liaisons or the commute to the start or finish line or from the finish line can vary depending on the stage. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's split down the middle like you guys are kind of seeing here. So up to about 1,100 meters, so roughly about 3,000-ish feet of elevation that they were going to see yesterday just in that short liaison and prologue stage that they were doing. From there, 27 kilometers of actual racing, just to give you guys an idea. 27 kilometers, you're looking at about roughly 15 miles of racing there. Now, something to keep in mind, the liaisons are still considered part of the rally. Got to complete them. There's different set of rules, but you can still get penalized. So how bad would that be that you pick up a speeding penalty on the way to the start line or pick up a speeding penalty on the way back from the finish line? Yeah, that kind of sucks. But that is the rally game, and that is what makes it interesting, and that is what's going to make these results interesting. So let's jump over to that one so you guys can check that out. Give me just a second. Here we go. There it is. This is directly from the Dakar Rally app. If you guys don't have it already, you need to be downloading this and checking it out. This is exactly what I'm bringing you. This is the results screen for today's stage, if you guys want to check that one out. So let's go down and take a look at this. Now, remember, the times that you are seeing here is the time to complete the 27 kilometers of actual stage, of time stage section, or in this case, it's the prologue. Tomorrow will be the stages. Your first fastest guy in the GP class, Tosha Shirey on the Honda. That's the Monster Energy Honda team. And then followed by Daniel Sanders, just 12 seconds off the pace of Tasha. So Daniel Sanders on the Red Bull Gas Factory racing bike. And then the Kalahari Ferrari, Ross Branch on the Hero, finishing 19 seconds behind Tasha. So stacked. 20 seconds is nothing. We know 20 seconds is easy money there. So moving on, we'll go over our top 10 here, and then we'll talk about some of the other guys along the standings. Aiden Van Beveren on the Monster Energy Honda team, finishing up fourth, 24 seconds out of the pace. Luciano Benavides on the Husqvarna factory racing bike, giving it 26 seconds off the pace. Sam Sunderland, the number 6 spot on the Red Bull Gas Factory racing bike, he was 28 seconds back, that 18:03. So officially the top 6 within 30 seconds of each other. Interesting. This time, though, is not going to count, that I'm aware of, is not counting towards the end result time. That clock starts tomorrow with tomorrow's stage, or for us, it's going to be tonight's stage here on the West Coast. From there, you have, let's see, you got Sunderland, and you got Pablo Quintanilla in the 7th spot on the Monster Energy Honda team, 18:22. He's 47 seconds back. Toby Price, 8th on the Red Bull Factory KTM racing bike, 18:26 and 51 seconds back. So you guys on the screen are seeing the top 10. I'm going over the list right here through the Dakar app. If you haven't already downloaded it, want to get over to that one. And then we've got Benavides, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. That is Kevin Benavides, 18:31, 56 seconds back. So 1 minute separating the top 9. And then actually, let's throw Mason Klein in there on that one on the Cove, or Cove A. Core Off-Road Racing for him. That is a privateer group. 18 minutes, 33 seconds, putting him 58 seconds behind your Prologue winner, Tasha Shirey on the Honda. So very interesting to see this one. So 10th spot is pretty good. We'll talk about how that's going to have an effect here in just a second. So let's scroll down a little bit and let's look for some more of our guys. We've got Michek on the Orion Moto Racing Group, 1846. Luciano Santolino on the Sherco, 1851. Ricky Brabeck finishing 13th on the Prologue, 1854, with 1 minute and 19 seconds back from Tasha. Nacho Cornejo going to be 1859, 1.24, or so 1 minute, 24 seconds back. John Beretta in the 15th spot on the Hero Motorsports bike, 125 back. And then Sebastian Bueller. So you've got Bueller, Beretta, and Ross Branch on the Heroes. Ross Branch putting that thing on the podium for the Prologue, but again, it's going to be a little bit of a wash. We'll talk a little bit more here in just a second. Dumotier, 17th. Gonçalves, 18th. Divisi, 19th. Bradley Cox is 20th. Joaquin Rodriguez going to be in the Hero Motorsports Rally team as well. 2 minutes 25 back. Let's see. This is interesting. Where are we at here? I don't know. This is going to be an interesting one. I mean, not a lot of room to breathe in the GP class. Obviously, everybody's stacked on top of each other. And what we're looking for, and I don't see them on here, but this is the ranking for today. Let me actually search this one on there. All right. So, yeah. So, Skylar Howes with a bit of a tough break, finishing 42nd in the class with 22 minutes and 45 seconds. So, I saw the post this morning, had his update. Sounds like he had a little bit of an off trying to navigate a tricky section in the Prologue. And it obviously cost him some time. If you really think about it, 5 minutes isn't a lot of time. But when you're talking about the top 10 being 1 minute between the top 10 bikes on the stage, 5 minutes is, might as well have been a decade. So unfortunately, there was a little bit of a start. How that is going to play into the game is that this time around, they are inverting the starting order. So the finishing order. So meaning if you are first, in this case, Tasha on the Honda, he is going to be not leading out the group. So normally in the stage wins, the winner of the day's previous stage, they get to open the next stage. So the finishing order is the starting order, so to speak. In this case, they've inverted the finishing order of the Prologue, which means that actually Tosh is going to be the last one off the line for stage one. Benefits of that. Remember, this is a navigation rally, so the guy up front has no tracks to follow whatsoever. He's going to have to open and navigate the stage. In some stages, depending on how the stage is laid out, that isn't a disadvantage. There is the ability to, you usually will only lose time. If you kept your time, you're lucky because everybody else behind you, whether it's the very next guy behind you, can see the dust coming or can see where the dust is heading. And if he knows there's no waypoints in the road book between you and them, you and that dust, or however you want to slice it, you can make those lines a little bit shorter, hug those corners on the inside. Now, mind you, navigation is a game of kilometers. So if you're seeing shortcuts, if you're taking shortcuts and getting to the inside of these corners and doing all of these things, you're going to start shortening the course, shortening the distance. Yeah, that allows you to gain time, but when you get to the next waypoint, when you get to the next navigation node, if it doesn't have a waypoint or something like that, you're going to have to reconcile. You're going to have to readjust your kilometers. You're going to have to readjust your nav equipment and kind of reconcile. So time to be gained, but you got to be on top of it. It's not just easy money. So very important on that one. So let's take another gander here. I want to see how far down the rabbit hole we go on this one. And it looks like in the GP class, it is definitely, man, that's not what we wanted to see. I was hoping a little bit better for Skylar, but hey, it is a little bit of a rough start. But the big thing, and like he mentioned in his post, is it's a good thing. He's not injured. The bike just going to need a couple of spare parts, no big deal, and we're off to the races. So this is going to be interesting to see. It looks like he's going to be leading out the group. So we're going to put the navigation skills right to test on that one. So Mason Klein finishing up, I think, in a pretty good spot as far as where he's at in the field of the Rally GP guys, right in the middle. Got some fast guys going to be in front of him as he goes out to open the stage. So he'll get a chance to focus a little bit more on the riding in the Cove and making sure the Cove, making sure the bike is where it wants to be. I want to check in. We'll see if we can get a word from the team on how Mason's feeling about the bike. It's the first 27 kilometers on this thing. One thing is testing. One thing is testing in California. Another one is testing in Saudi Arabia or in Dubai. Then from there, it is a whole nother thing when the green flag drops and it's time to really wring its neck. So we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. But anyway, that is this morning's standings for the 2024 Dakar Rally Prologue stage. Again, this time we'll not be counting. This is just deciding the starting order. As far as we know, have not heard otherwise if they're going to be doing any kind of trickery or any of that kind of stuff to where they start, adding in multipliers and things like that. And then they add it to the stage 28 time or something. I don't know. I'm being sarcastic. Anyway, coffee is kicking in. So we are getting ready to go. Let's see. Anything else tonight? Don't forget tonight to tune in. We are going to have another edition of the NAR files for tonight's episode or for tonight's intro for the stage, as well as the stage information once that gets posted a little bit closer to the start. So looking forward to that one. Guys, I don't know. What are we thinking? Comments? Honda? Good position, bad position? The Austrian bikes, what do we think? Mason being right in the middle of the pack. I don't know. I think it's going to be a good. Showing. But let's see. Tomorrow is the first day we really will get to figure it out. So, looking forward to that one. I hope you guys have a great day. It's already 5:20 in the morning, so it is time to get on to the next task. Anyway, remember, guys, it'll make sense when you get there. Enjoy the ride. All right, that is a wrap for the Chasing Waypoints podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Looking forward to our next one coming up. Remember, if you are out riding, do not forget to tag us at Chasing Waypoints. Hashtag Chasing Waypoints. And if you haven't already, get on over to the website. Get signed up for the newsletter, The Bivouac. North America's rally raid and adventure riding newsletter. Hey, let's have some fun. Let's find out what are you guys up to. Let's get you featured. If you're a brand and looking to get supported, get some eyeballs, get some ears on your business. Absolutely, hit us up. Send us a message at podcast at Chasing Waypoints. But anyway, that is a wrap. Remember, shiny side up. See you guys.